At almost 400 feet deep and 3 miles long, Cheddar is England's largest gorge and a place of spectacular natural beauty. The gorge would have begun forming about 1 million years ago during the last ice age, when water from melting glaciers formed a river, which over time started to carve into the limestone rock, creating the steep cliffs visible today. The Cheddar Yeo River gradually made its way underground, creating the famous Cheddar Caves. During the tourist season, over 500,000 people visit the village. Attractions at Cheddar Gorge include Goff's Cave, the multimedia Dream Hunters exhibit, the Museum of Prehistory, rock sport activities and escape room games. The area also has lots of scenic walks. Good morning. I'm here at Cheddar Gorge, about halfway up the gorge. Today I'm going to take you around Cheddar, hopefully try and see some nice views. We're going to go down the gorge, a little bit through the village, and then try and follow the cliff trails around, if we have time, hopefully both sides, and get some nice views of the gorge. Let's get going. Hello. This is a common sight in Cheddar. Mountain goats. You almost always see them. Hello. Oh, I ran away. Oh, they're having a fight. Oh, I didn't know it was a nature documentary. I'll leave you to it. When there's no cars here, it's really peaceful, it's lovely. Where I am now, this is quite a popular place to stop and have picnics. Most of these rocks around here, especially the sheer cliffs like this, I'm not so sure about that one, but I know around here, like up here for example, on these rocks, you get a lot of people do rock climbing and abseiling, as well as the mountain goats that you just saw back there. You get loads of those. Let's carry on. So here we are, this is Gough's Cave. Since its excavation in 1890, Gough's Cave has gained an international reputation for its historical and geological significance. The cave was the home of Cheddar Man, Britain's oldest complete skeleton, found in 1903. It is also the site of the largest underground river system in Britain. Cheddar Man lived around 10,000 years ago and is the oldest almost complete skeleton of our species, Homo sapiens, ever found in Britain. Research into ancient DNA extracted from the skeleton has helped scientists to build a portrait of Cheddar Man and his life in Mesolithic Britain. Cheddar has two caves. This is Gough's Cave, and there's another one we're going to see the entrance to down at the bottom there. I forget what it's called now. There's another cave near here called Wookey Hole. It's quite a famous, well-known cave system. It's really good. Definitely worth the trip. They've got lots of little things to see. It's great for kids. But this one's nice. Let's go and have a look at some other things. Alright, so this is my favourite shop. You can probably tell why. Sweet shop. They sell sweets, ice cream, fudge, that kind of thing, but they have a nice collection of traditional English sweets. So you get all your sort of, well, you get a huge selection inside. I don't know if you can see it in there. There's all these jars at the back, and they have all the sort of traditional sweets that you weigh up. You get things like pear drops and Army Navies and cola bottles and everything you can imagine, really. It's not the cheapest shop, but it's definitely got a nice collection. If you want to get some traditional English sweets, then this is your place. And lollipops and things. Yeah, lovely. So of course, the other thing that Cheddar's famous for is cheddar cheese, which is made here and it was invented here. This shop sells cheddar cheese. There's a few others that sell it as well. This one's got, like, they do it in wax. So this is the other cave, it's called Cox's Cave. As far as I'm aware, I think that used to be a hotel. Been long closed though. So that's Jacob's Ladder. It's actually closed anyway, regardless of COVID. I think they're doing some repairs to it. It's quite a common, popular attraction again. People pay and you walk up the steps, you get a nice viewpoint at the top. To be honest, where we're going later, especially if we have time to go this side, it's even nicer anyway, and you can walk there for free, but still worth a visit because you get a tower to go up. I'm not sure why they've still got the Christmas decorations up, but they look nice, so I'm not complaining. This is the best fish and chip shop in Cheddar. Actually one of the best fish and chip shops in the area, I'd say. Every time we come to Cheddar and we get fish and chips, we always come here. It's nice. And just over, I'll show you, just down here. This is the place to get ice cream. I don't know exactly how it works, but apparently they have 100 different flavours. Which is mental really when you think about it. I don't know how they do that. But yeah, it's nice, you can get all sorts of flavours. There's like, I'll show you some examples. So you've got orange sorbet, rocky road, rum and raisin, unicorn flavour, if you want to try that one. Tutti frutti, bubblegum flavour, bueno swirl, cherry bit, well, everything. Yeah, sold out of that one. I'm walking this hill. I don't care. It's super steep, but it's a nice thing to look at though. Look. And a nice rock formation there. To be honest, even walking's quite hard work. I don't know if you can gauge it from here, but it's quite steep. Let's get to the top. It's nice views up there. Ooh, what is that? That looks like a cave. Let's have a look. I haven't seen that before. That got me running. Oh wow, that's cool. It doesn't actually go anywhere. I thought it was a proper cave, but it's just like a opening here. You probably can't see anything now. Yeah. Smells like sheep poo in here. That's a nice thing about walking, I guess. I probably wouldn't have spotted that if I was running. I would have had my head down on the floor. Okay, let's get to the top. Almost there. Okay, I think down here there's a nice view. Just gonna have a look. Oh, that was a killer even walking, that one. If you've never been here before, I'd highly recommend coming if you live in England or you're visiting. It's worth the trip. I know you're watching it now, but it's just, you've got to see it in person. For those of you that have heard of the band Everything Everything, they have a song called Distant Past. And if you go on YouTube, I'll put a link in the description. The opening sequence is this view here. The video was actually filmed in Cheddar Gorge. And there's a scene actually towards the end of the song where they're sort of fighting on the ground. And I'm pretty sure it's this rock here. It looks just like it. Go and have a look at the video and see what you think. Let's have a little look over here. Okay, see if I can show you. Oh, I'm a bit going very carefully here because luckily there's not much wind. If there was, I wouldn't get this close because that almost overhangs. Let me just try and show you. I don't know. Let me point down and hold the camera out. Hopefully I don't drop it. I don't know if you can see. It's quite a long way down. Oh, right. That's enough of that. I'm not particularly scared of heights, but that doesn't make me feel comfortable. You can see the road at the bottom there. That's where we started the run, that way. So you can see how far I've just walked up that hill. That road there is higher than where we just started. Okay, let's just do a pan because there's a lovely view that I haven't showed you yet as well. Facing towards Cheddar, the village where we've just come from. So those are the cliffs, you just saw those. And then hopefully it comes out, but over here, can you see this huge flat expanse of land? It's beautiful. What you really want is a telescopic lens or something and you can zoom in and see all the detail. So over this way you see that blue circle, that is Cheddar Reservoir, and that's actually where when I was about 16 I learned scuba diving there and I did my paddy course. You can walk around it as well. I was planning to film there too, but I mean apart from the fact I haven't got time, it would have been too far anyway. It is beautiful up here. Just spotted something. You can't really see this in the video, but if you look over this way where the hill comes down and sort of crosses over the land below, you look straight ahead, there's a little bump, and on top of that bump's a tiny little spike. That's Glastonbury Tor. It's another place that I'd like to film, and I'd recommend going there too if you're a tourist or if you want to visit this area. that's me done. It's 8:15. I should have left 15 minutes ago. I'm late for work. Oh, that was really hard actually, yeah, so hilly. The other way I would have gone, just before I leave, would have been up here. It's a similar height to over there, so it would have been quite a climb again. To be honest, my legs couldn't cope with that anyway. Hopefully one day I'll come back and do that. Black Rock consists of 183 acres of rough grassland and woodland in a hidden dry limestone valley. This once quarried outcrop is situated where the track from Velvet Bottom joins the National Trust part of the gorge. Very little is known of this working. Local accounts suggest that a small plant with a crusher and a barrel screen that were operating here until 1930. Black powder was used to break off large blocks which were then barreled, wedged and dragged out. Velvet Bottom Reserve is situated on the floor of a dry river valley, one of many that dissect the plateau of the Mendip Hills. Although quarrying has taken place at Velvet Bottom, it was predominantly used as an area to retain working mine spoil from the close-by Charterhouse lead mines. During Victorian times, the lead spoil in the northeastern part of Velvet Bottom was reworked to extract lead. This area has been worked for lead since Roman times until the late 19th century. The most recent working on the site was carried out by the Mendip Hill Mining Company, which was operational from the 1840s to the 1880s. This has left the site with a series of structures associated with the mining and processing of lead spoil. These include spoil heaps, now partly vegetated, the remains of buildings and buddle pits, lines of large circular depressions. Lead ore was broken up and placed into buddle pits, and the water was then stirred so that the lighter particles went to the outside and were discarded, while the heavier material, which contained the lead, stayed at the centre. The buddled material was then smelted. The water from the buddles originally flowed underground to Cheddar. The high lead levels in the waters led to complaints about the death of fish. The mining company was forced to build large settling areas, levels, separated by stone-faced dams at the southwest end of the site. The waste material would build up behind each dam in turn, and the water flow would be slowed sufficiently for the heavy lead sediment to drop out of suspension. This is a restored lime kiln, constructed in 1929, when quarrying activity was occurring on the site. In its prime, the kiln was used to heat limestone rock with coal or charcoal to produce lime. Now, its once black and chalky bricks are dappled with bursts of emerald green lichen, moss and fern. hope you enjoyed this tour of Cheddar. Thanks for watching.